So I recently spoke to one of our finest technology education departments or universities, the University of Technology Sydney, about how to smooth the transition of students into the corporate world, and how can these great minds be encouraged and supported to push us further ahead in the global stage. How do you feel about the tech talent in New South Wales?
We are spoiled with riches in terms of tech talent. We're just so blessed. The challenge we've got is keeping them here. That's the real challenge, because there's so much demand for tech talent, and we've got such a reservoir here that they are quickly poached to go overseas. So that's the real challenge we have.
So just on that, and if I use the industry that I'm part of, which is banking and finance, the Australian, the banks, not just the majors, all the banks, they sending billions of dollars and thousands of jobs offshore every year. It's a reality, and notwithstanding the shortage of skilled staff in Australia in terms of capacity to service all the projects and all the demand, this is not a new trend. This used to happen before the pandemic, and it was exacerbated since the pandemic. As a business leader, I can wholeheartedly understand the short-term benefits, financial benefits, if you wish, of offshoring, as well as the immediate impact, positive impact it could have to offshore by fixing the capacity issue, the lack of skill, if you wish, in terms of capacity. But when I think about it, are we perhaps as an industry giving away too much knowledge, our know-how, our IP, if you wish? And if we continue to offshore so aggressively, what is our technology going to look like in 10, 20 years' time?
It's a great question. And like, it's one thing, I think the strength of trusted blocks, particularly in democracies, is that we can collaborate. So we don't just throw all of our IP out there and never see it again. We use the IP as a collaboration platform so that we get strong, they get strong. It's a win-win proposition. And that's where I think we need to play. Cybersecurity is a classic example. Like, again, with every digital product we roll out, we can build pretty much anything these days. We put people on the moon 50 years ago. But if there's no trust architecture built into it, and when I'm talking about trust, privacy, security, transparency, ethics, all these things, then no one will use it. So we can do amazing things with AI and cyber that is really pushing the envelope, but we need to then make sure that we collaborate with trusted partners abroad so that we can have that win-win proposition.
Allow me to double click on that. And here I'd like you to wear both your digital and small business ministerial hats. I know you wear it constantly.
Yep.
I know the state government has the Buy.New South Wales portal. As a small tech business out of Sydney in New South Wales, I'm imagining a welcoming and inclusive trade environment where both the private and the public sectors offer real opportunities to small IT companies out of Sydney. It's promoting locally made products and services as opposed to opting for the default position, which is to go and buy the services or products from overseas. From our perspective, do we think we're doing enough to support those small tech businesses here in New South Wales?
Well, the most important thing we can do is invest in tech. And what we've done is set up a $2.1 billion digital restart fund. So that's a great enabler. Now, to your point, how do we leverage that for the broader ecosystem? Well, the first thing we can say to the big tech, as we do, and as I've been saying consistently, look, if you want, in terms of the 5I relationship, you don't want Australia to be a passenger. You want Australia to be a partner. So that means we need to also build our internal capacity. So when I was Minister for Aboriginal Affairs, what we did is we said, look, you could be a big company, but if you will be incentivized, if you get the contract, to make sure you partner up with local businesses. So that way there is that mutual win-win, that lift. So we've done that through the Sovereign Procurement Task Force. The other thing we've done is we've had these Shark Tank type environments, and that has led to the innovation procurement pathway, because procurement is just so difficult with every government. So we've now set up this innovation procurement pathway for these great ideas that don't have to go through all the major hurdles.
Making it easier to showcase their capability as well as work with the corporations and governments to offer those services that are locally made.
Absolutely. And look at the digital driver's license. We partnered up with Pivotal, which was just a small startup here in Sydney at the time.
Awesome.